Connell was tackled strongly by Edwards. This is Hand, not one of his more brilliant days, as Burton delivers it up in the direction of Ham. Be a head-on here. Oh, they both showed some courage, Ham especially. Miller had him in his sights, and that was well played by young Ham. He committed himself to it. He's in fact forced a throw-in for Claremont, and he got straight back to his feet. Clark is there with Scott. Coming through the pack is Grieve. Across the top it goes to Connell. Connell from right centre wing. Kicks towards half forward. Ball holding up in the breeze. Willett takes a very good mark. Gets the hand pass on to Cox. Who's standing him? Panizza comes across to claim him. That won't make the distance. White in front. Oh, great mark, McIntosh. McIntosh going back to the flight of the ball. I think Subiaco must have a recruiting agent somewhere around about the outskirts of Glasgow with McIntosh, McDougall, McNish and Scott all there. McIntosh now with a chance to kick his first for the afternoon. And this will give it, oh, he's missed too. So he has missed from almost the identical position from where Mitchell White missed a few minutes ago. And these misses could be expensive, Noel.
They could be too, and I suggest that maybe McIntosh hasn't touched the ball hardly at all today, and that's showed with the lack of polishing that ball off.
That's Begovic. Almost
kick back into play.
Begovic.
Socked by Sutherland to Ham. Ham's kicked the full forward, big pack in the air. Holmes run down by Miller was good football. Now he's in a tight situation, and his kick goes out of bounds on the full.
It was a good tackle, though, wasn't it?
It was a good tackle. He's a bit unlucky there. But what a kick back into play by Begovic. He must have travelled 65 metres with the breeze. And the Claremont players would be lifted by that. And three bad mistakes by Davies, White and McIntosh. Beresford shoots and puts it through, drills it from 40 metres. His second, and those expensive misses from Subiaco now costing them dearly.
Trevor, I was going to say how important it is to finish off in the forward line. We've seen White and Nathan McIntosh miss relatively easy goals from 20 metres, and then Begovic to pick that ball up and kick it almost to the centre. I think it was a little bit more than 65 metres, Trevor. And Beresford
this isn't it.
Pinpointed that goal from the boundary line, which was an excellent finish off.
No, that was the after. I thought we were going to see the kick back into play.
Well, that's about where it landed anyway.
There's a great tackle by Miller, Noel. Holmes was off and heading goalward. It's 12-10 to 12-6. Claremont back in front by 4 points. 13 minutes gone in this final quarter. The kick goes to half forward for Subiaco, chopped off by Burton. Two players down behind play. I think they're just tired, as McNish is about to drive Subiaco forward again, and that's a good kick. Burton up, almost the mark. Chance for Ballantyne. There's some considerable pressure back there. It comes to White, and Subiaco are in front. Good tackle applied on Ballantyne as he was about to kick it, or a good bump, and that set that opportunity up for Mitchell White, and now he has three.
Yes, well, we can't deny that he didn't kick that one. McNish here, kicking the ball long into the forward line. I've stressed that 2 or 3 times. Good pressure by Willett, which allowed White to pick up the crumbs and finish off from close quarters. But I think this, the significant part there was the long kicking into the forward line.
4 Subiaco players, Willett, McNish, White and McDougall have all kicked 3. David Ham's kicked 3 for the Tigers. Anybody's game. Good fight back into the breeze by Subiaco, but can they maintain it? Scott and Clark. Scott wins the tap. Beresford couldn't get his kick in. Scott did well there. The kick lands with Burton. Defensive side of the square. The foot pass is accurate. Begovic is on the end of it. Tony Begovic, can he unload again? He tries for it. It's not a bad kick. 65 metres again. Morgan up. Couldn't hold the mark. Miller goes in to tie it up. And that'll be a bounce down at centre half forward. Claremont attacking the left-hand side of your screen with the breeze. And those Begovic kicks have really been telling in this match, in this quarter. Scott underneath it, right over the top. Scott wins the tap. Comes down to Taylor, who hooks on goal. And he's kicked to behind. No, the mark has been paid. The last line to Davies. This is Langdon. Langdon hooks it across his body. McNish is out there, but beating into the football is Han. A nice turn. Finding some space now alongside the boundary line. That's very well played by the veteran. The kick to the top of the square, though, is ill-directed, and the mark has been taken by Chaplin.
He plays on quickly with a hand pass to Langdon. Langdon goes, or Monaghan it was, I'm sorry, goes back infield. Subiaco are messing around a little bit. They'll get into strife if they're not careful. Chaplin has it. He kicks up towards centre wing. Wasn't a good kick. Burton at ground level knocks it out to the advantage of Beresford. His hand pass was chopped off. Golding has it. Scott now for Subiaco. The ball back to centre half forward, and Willett, who's doing well there, charging it down is Smith. He missed both ball and player. It comes to Willett. Willett from the centre line puts it up towards the 50-metre line, and Burton too tall.
A great player one day, Noel.
I'd go for the goals now. There's no one there.
Yes, there's no one there from either team, but he's taken
from there, would he?
a fair amount of time. He'll put it up towards the square. In fact, he goes for a lead in the pocket. Panizza is in front. And now Hendry, who chose to keep it in play, gets it further afield to Burton. Was well done. Hurried kick is a bad one. McDougall marks. Claremont starting to make a few mistakes. Subiaco won't give in just yet. The kick from McDougall goes back to half forward. Comes to Burton. Hand passes wide of the pack in the direction of Willett. Hendry is there and Panizza is with him. Claremont through weight of numbers. Get it wide to Han. Han can go to Beresford. Chooses to hold it up. Now goes to Beresford. Beresford still inside his defensive 50-metre line. An intriguing game to start the 92 season. Good kick has found Begovic. Perhaps it'll be Claremont's senior players that come to the party now. This is Han. Kevin Mitchell coming off the ground. He's had difficulty coming off a flight and onto this ground. Nanup at the back couldn't take the mark. Chaplin overran it. Comes wide towards Wright. Wright's hand pass was intended for Taylor. Some very tired players out there, and we've still got about 10 minutes to play as he goes in towards full forward. But only Subiaco players there, one of whom was Langdon.
Subiaco. It's a shocking error again by Davies. Allows Holmes in, looking for Edwards. Good commitment of his body by Grieve. And they're lucky to get away with that, Subiaco.
Very lucky, but Trevor, the thing there, and Wally called it before with Subi messing around, the reason why the player with the ball was messing around, there was no one to deliver it up here on the centre wing, and they had to finesse and try and wait for someone to position themselves.
O'Reilly pumps it down. Clark wins that tap, but Edwards runs into Dargy. Holmes looking for some space to get a hand pass out. Taylor, good work to Sutherland. Short pass across the field to Wright. And he's marked at centre half forward, 50 metres out with the breeze though. Not sure about his kicking ability. We haven't seen a lot of him in the match.
Has kicked a goal, Trevor.
Comes from Lake Grace. Simon Wright, 55 metres, drop punt, a good one. Sailing goal, but he's put it through. Claremont are back in front. That's his second.